Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Episode 537 overall. This is the first episode of May of 2023. And it is the 1st of May of 2023. And at 1:10 p.m., what's going on, everybody? Monday afternoon. You get the Monday blues. I'm sure a lot of Bruins fans are getting the Monday blues, unfortunately. You know, I got a little bone to pick with all the people that hate Boston sports teams and their fan bases. Y'all don't understand. Y'all do not understand where I'm coming from here, folks. I mean, you think about it. Some of us older Boston sports fans have waited years for our teams to win championships, okay? I mean, before the curse was broken in 2014, before the Patriots broke their drought in 2001 or 2002, before the Bruins won in 2011, and before the Celtics won in 2008, we waited decades. We waited a few decades before our teams, our sports teams, have won a championship. I mean, you think about it. You know, Red Sox fans. I'm a Red Sox fan, okay? I get picked on every single time I talk about the Red Sox. They stink. They're bums. They're this. They're that. 1918. Bill Buckner. Mama, come on, all the jokes. And you know what? Frankly, I was getting sick of it. So, dude, for me to see the Red Sox win the World Series in 2004, that is something to brag about, to yak about. My favorite baseball team won the World Series. They broke the curse. People said, who cares? Well, guess what? I kind of care, because it is, the fan base, the Red Sox fan base as a whole, had waited 86 years, generations come and gone. Okay? I've been a fan of the Red Sox since 1986. I waited 18 years to hear, and then to read on the history of the Red Sox, to catch up in history from yearbook after yearbook, and to see the Red Sox finally win it in 2004, I was happy. And then there come the jokes. We're going to have to wait another 86 years for them to win another one. Really? We didn't have to wait that far. 3 years later, the Red Sox won another one. And then 6 years after that, Red Sox won another one. 5 years after that, Red Sox won another one. So in a span of 17 years, the Red Sox won 4 World Series. That's pretty good. And for all y'all like, they're cheaters, they're this, they're that. David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez took steroids. Shut up. All right, we had to put up with all you stinking Boston sports haters fans over the years saying 1918, Bill Buckner, who's it? Grady Little, Aaron Boone. Hey, listen, shut up, sit there, let us have our time. And then the New England Patriots. All right, a lot of people come to New England, they decided to root for the next team, like close to them, and most of them is New York Giants. My ex-brother-in-law is a Giants fan. For the Patriots fan base as a whole, waited 50 years. All right, 40 years. It was actually 40 years. Yeah, 40 years. 1960 plus 40 is 2000. Over 40 years for the Patriots to win their first Super Bowl. And all it did, was Adam Vinatieri kicking one through up the uprights and about 5 seconds left on the clock. 5 seconds left, and when the time ran down, he kicked it through the uprights. Patriots beat the Rams. went on to go on the Super Bowl. I mean, can you believe that there are fans out there trying to there are anti-Boston sports fans out there trying to distract. Oh, Bill, we don't like the Patriots because Bill didn't like to win. Bill Belichick. There's no Spygate, Deflategate, Crygate. You see, that is why some of the Boston sports fans out there have this toxic attitude, because all of y'all have been giving it to the Boston sports fans since day one, basically. Your team's not going to win it. You keep ragging on our teams. We're going to come fighting back. We're not going to. Now, I'm not going to take it personal that the Bruins lost last night. Am I disappointed in the Bruins when they lost last night? Yes, I am. But I knew, I had a feeling that if it was, if I had a feeling that if it was come to that, heads are going to roll in that front office. And I know questions are going to need to be answered. What are the Bruins going to do next? What is next for the Bruins now in the offseason? I mean, the Bruins, we waited, the Bruins fan base, they waited about 1972, almost 40 years for them to win another Stanley Cup. And they won it in 2011. Meanwhile, the Celtics, the fan base had to wait the least amount of years. I believe 1986. About 22 years, basically, for the Celtics to win another championship. And that came in 2008. 2007, 2008. I am kind of like shocked that people out there accuse our Boston sports fan base of being toxic, I mean, listen, if you've been in our shoes over the years before our teams won a championship, then you would know how we felt. I think, to me, the way our Boston sports fan base acted is basically letting it all out. Letting all the frustrations out, letting all the anger out after we get dumped, the Boston sports fan base, myself, gets dumped on time and time again about everything thrown at us. And I think the Boston sports fan base is getting sick of it, especially from the New York sports fan base. They're the worst. Now let's go to what happened last night. The Bruins, they had a 3-1 lead. Florida Panthers came back and ended up winning 3 straight. A couple games in overtime. Yeah, I'm upset, but not totally. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I always respect the Bruins. They're my hometown. They are my home team. I always respect them and support them. I always try to show support, even in sports. I'm not big. I'm a big baseball fan, big Red Sox fan right here, and I'm a decent football fan. Basketball fan, yeah. Listen, I will support the Celtics and respect them. Now, I said my piece on to the Celtics and Red Sox. The Celtics advances to the Eastern Conference Semis against the Philadelphia 76ers, while the Miami Heat going against the New York Knicks. And you talk about 4 of the biggest sports market cities: Boston, Philadelphia, Miami, New York. This could be big. We'll see what happens. Listen, I never trashed any other teams in the NHL. Because I knew the Tampa Bay Lightning was going to be tough. Toronto's always been tough on the Bruins as well. Carolina's been tough on the Bruins as well. All right, Carolina and Tampa Bay are gone. Now, with the Bruins now eliminated in the playoffs, I got a hunch that the Toronto Maple Leafs, this might be their year to take it. This might be their year. We shall see. But Florida's on this unbelievable run right now. Listen, I tip my hat to the Florida Panthers. Now, people want to know who is to blame for the Bruins' loss. Should I put on my tinfoil hat and go, I'll blame my friend Alex Putnam for predicting the Bruins are going to win 4 straight? and it ended up being a reverse psychology, probably jinxed the Bruins? No, I will not. Even though I said it, I'm not exactly going to blame Alex. But he did say it was a heck of a series. It was. Am I going to blame the players? I don't know. I don't think so, because like I said, sometimes you play your heart out through the entire season. Sometimes, I don't know if it's a physical wear out, burnout, injuries, catching up to some of the Bruins players. I don't know. Do I blame it on the coach for Jim Montgomery for making, lineup changes, decisions to, play Linus Ullmark? Was Linus Ullmark to blame for the Bruins losing the series because he played 6 games out of the 7? I really don't know who to blame. That's for the front office, the coaching staff, and the players to decide for themselves. Who's the scapegoat? Who is to blame for all this? I'm not going to blame the haters. I'm not going to blame the fan bases. I'm not going to blame anybody. Bottom line is, coming back to the fan base, listen, if you were in our shoes before our teams won championships, you would know how we feel. I'm happy I'm happy that our Austin sports teams enjoyed recent success, and we have a right to brag about it. But we're not going to trash your other teams and all that, except for the Yankees, of course. Yankees, I don't want to get. And sometimes there are teams out there that really annoy the heck out of us and make us want to say we hate them. Like the entire AFC East against the Patriots. Okay? You got the Miami Dolphins, who's been pesky. The Bills have been coming on strong. Now with the acquisition of Aaron Rodgers, the Jets are going to be good. That leaves a team that was once a dynasty down to the basement. But it's up to Bill Belichick and the players and the coaching staff to say, hey, we're going to put a team together that could prove people wrong. Now, I'm hoping the Bruins do the same thing in the offseason. Try to figure out what went wrong in that game, what went wrong in that series, find out what the heck is going on, and try to fix it. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, my Bruins lost, I'm not in a good mood, I'm not happy, and F all you haters and all that. No. I would say, no. I would say, okay, they've lost. We got to find out what went wrong. Do we need a key player? Do we need to do some trading? Do we need to rebuild a team? Do we need to go out and get some picks? That's what the coaching staff and the front office. Do we have to fire somebody? Do we have to hire a new coach? Do we have to get a new coaching staff? Do we have are we going to keep these players? That's a lot of questions that are going to go in the off season. But again, the Bruins, they end up losing. Sometimes you give them an inch, they take a mile, and that's basically what the Bruins did for the Panthers. They gave the Panthers an inch, they took a mile, and boom. Just like that, out of the playoffs. Even my father said it best. That's why he doesn't watch sports. Because he always knows that a team does well in the regular season, but when it comes to playoff time, whoom. We've seen that with the Red Sox. And this is before 2004. We've seen it with the Red Sox. That's been our typical New England sports teams. But I want to say this to all you Boston sports haters, sports team haters out there. Listen, don't get mad at us. Yes, we're going to be upset. Yes, we're going to cheer and for our teams and shout. But don't run your mouth at us. Don't diss our teams. Okay? Because they may end up biting back. We don't try to trash talk the other teams unless you push us to it. Like the Yankees, I don't trash the Yankees as much as I used to anymore. Because the Red Sox broke the curse in 2004. We know the Red Sox-Yankees have been the best rivalry in baseball. There's no doubt. Celtics-Lakers, best rivalry in basketball. And And you know what? I can say the same for the Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. Best rivalry in hockey. One thing I'm proud of is our Boston sports teams with sharing rivalries with the teams I just mentioned. Sox, Yankees, Lakers, Celtics, Bruins, and Canadiens. It shows me that our Boston sports teams can be resilient and they will get back on their feet. Now, what's going to happen to the Bruins in the offseason? I don't know. All I know is, yes, they had a great season. A regular great season. The playoffs, listen, we didn't expect to go the way it went. It's not the way, we wanted to, as Bruins fans wanted to go. Yes, I'm disappointed in the Bruins. Yes, I'm upset that they decided they got bounced out in the first round. But now they're going to have some time to think about this loss. And I'm sure the front office and the coaching staff, mostly the front office, is going to figure out, okay, what do we need to do to rectify this? Yeah. Congratulations, we won the President's Cup. Yay. Hallelujah. But they didn't finish the story. They didn't finish the story this season. They should have finished the story with a Stanley Cup, but now they're not going to be able to. And like I said, I look at the situation now with the Tampa Bay Lightning out and now the Boston Bruins out, two of the toughest teams in the Eastern Conference. I got a hunch that Toronto, this may be their year. This may be the year of the Maple Leafs to take that. This is an opportunity for the Maple Leafs to say, okay, the Bruins are out. We eliminated the Lightning. The Bruins are out. We don't have to worry about them. Let's get at the Panthers and try to go up. But be careful, though. Those Panthers are very, very good. Don't get too overconfident. I think that's what the Bruins probably, the Bible says pride becomes for a fall. The Bruins had too much pride when they were up 3-1. The players, they got lax. The players got lax, and they got a little too arrogant. Boom. That's what happened. That's what happened. And, that's it. That's that. Am I totally angry? Nah. It happens. That's the way it is. Yes, it's been a disappointment. It's been regular season was great. Awesome. He set the record, 65 wins. Cool. But if you don't go after the actual goal, it's like the Patriots. 2007, regular season undefeated. All right, playoffs, only one loss, and unfortunately that loss came at the Super Bowl. Yes, the Giants got lucky with that catch by David Tyree. But hey, things like that happen. But the Patriots bounced back, won three more? Three more Super Bowls for a grand total of 6. I mean, had the Patriots beat the Giants in that undefeated season there, could have been number 7, and the Patriots could have been the all-time record holders in Super Bowls. But that's okay. Things like this happen. Bruins, I'm sure they're going to bounce back. Depends on who's going to stay with the team and who goes. We shall see. But like I say, I'm not going to. The Bruins underestimated the Florida Panthers. That's the way it is. It is what it is. I know my boss Nick don't want to talk about it. He's a Bruins fan. He's very disappointed. Choke job. Yeah. But please, Boston sports haters, don't hate us. Just remember, understand where we're coming from. Longtime Boston sports fans like myself waited years for our teams to win a championship. Years. Decades. Generations come and gone. And I'm glad I got to see the Red Sox win 4 World Series in my lifetime. I'm glad I got to see Patriots win all 6 Super Bowls in my lifetime. I am glad I got to see the Bruins win the Stanley Cup in my lifetime in 2011. And I'm glad I got to see the Celtics win a championship in my lifetime. Will they win another one? I don't know. I really don't know. Will the Red Sox do well this season and go win a World Series? I don't know. But we shall see what happens. It all depends on what the players can do and what they can do out there. Celtics, yeah, they went all the way to the finals last year. And the Warriors were just too good. The Warriors are advancing to the second round in their tournament as well. Because Stephen Curry is just too good. We're going up against a very game 76ers. The Celtics are going up against a very game 76ers team. As far as Stanley Cup for the Bruins, though, there's always next year. Yes, as great a season as the Bruins did have, but they didn't finish the story. They closed another chapter before deciding to write another one. And you got that write that chapter next season. Will they keep the team that has won 65 games? I don't know. Who's going to stay? Who's going to go? I think they'll have to look into the offseason for that. Once again, bottom line is, hey, Boston sports fans, I mean, we're cool, but anti-Boston sports, the haters out there, Boston sports haters, fan base haters, Boston sports fan base haters, you don't know and you don't understand this at all. Listen. It's not every day you get to win a championship. We want our teams to be great. We want our teams to be awesome. We want our teams to win championship after championship. But after the countless jokes that all the Boston sports haters have made over the years before our teams even won a championship, it's gotten to the point where we've had enough. And we decided when our team wins a championship, we'll do the bragging. We'll say, how do you like that? Some people are glad the Bruins got eliminated. Whoopie-doo, you want a cookie? I'm not. But I'm not going to take my anger out on people. I'm just going to tell it like it is. Explain it right it is. Yes, I am disappointed in the Bruins. I am sad for them. After the hard work they put in the regular season, for them to fail in the playoffs, not acceptable. And I know the front office and ownership won't accept it. I know the coaching staff won't accept it. I'm sure the players won't accept it. And if they want to come back, and we don't know if Patrice Bergeron's going to retire. We don't know that for sure. But I do know this. Bruins are going to bounce back next season. They're going to want revenge. And they're going to kick butt. The silver lining is after somebody has some stats where some of the teams went on to win back-to-back Stanley Cups. Hopefully the Bruins will be able to do that. We don't know. It depends on what Don Sweeney does in the offseason. Depends on what the ownership and the front office do in the offseason. Who stays and who goes? Who knows? Same thing. If the Celtics end up losing the series against 76ers, I'm sure a lot of question marks be in the air. You know? What if the Red Sox go all the way and not make it? Patriots, same thing. One thing's for sure. I'm sure ownership and front office and the coaching staffs will have an answer. Yeah, forgive me for keep doing this because I keep rubbing my chin and I don't know. It's a habit of mine. I don't know why. So hope that answers your question. So to all the Boston sports haters, fans out there, and what hated Boston sports fan base, we do apologize. But however, not a lot of us are very toxic. We just want our teams to be successful, and we're just tired of the jokes. That's all. We're just sick and tired of jokes. Maybe some Boston sports fans take it too seriously. Me, it is what it is. On to the Celtics, on to the Red Sox. Very happy, right? Very happy the Bruins did great in the regular season, playoffs. We just got to stop underestimating teams that can be beaten easily, because they can come back and beat our team, and that's what happened. That's what happened to the Bruins. Thank you, Bruins. Alrighty then. That's it. That's all the time we. Oh, one more thing. I'm changing the name again. Not the name of the show, but the name of the Saturday Shenanigan-cade, because I thought Starcade Shenanigans is too long of a title, and I need something to fit. So I'm going to come up with one word. Shenanigarcade. Yep. Shenanigan and arcade combined to Shenanigarcade. You're talking about shipping couples and merging words. Shenanigarcade. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought. Shenanigarcade. That's what it's going to call. Just one word. No days, no nights, no extra words, but Shenanigarcade. That's right. It will be known as the Shenanigarcade for video game plays. Okay? That's the deal. It's official. Shenanigarcade. No Supercade of Shenanigans. That doesn't work as much. It's too cheesy. Plus, its title's too long. So I decided to merge Shenanigans and Arcade to Shenanigarcade. You know, my boy Anthony Hardy calls himself the captain, and he dresses like he's selling Gorton's fish sticks. Sorry, Anthony. Every time I see you in that raincoat and everything else, I'm like, oh, you're selling Gorton's fish sticks? Or you just hold up a box of Gorton's fish sticks and do a commercial, you know? Anthony, he's my boy. I'm not hating on him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I inspired him to do a lot of things, which is super cool. So, just for him to say that. I love him. Every time he dresses like dresses up in the raincoat and rain hat, you think he's the captain. He's like, all you got to do is just hold a box of fish sticks that says Gorton's on it. With Gorton's fish sticks. Anthony Hardy, you the man. I love you. Man. No, so he calls his gameplays Captain's Arcade, since he is the captain now. So I figured I can do something similar to that, but use Shenanigans and Arcade. Go Shenanigarcade. That can work. The tip of a tongue rolls up to. It's a new word I made up. Shenanigarcade. You know, you call Shenanigans in an arcade. Shenanigarcade. What do you guys think? Okay, Shenanigarcade. That's the name of my video game plays from here on in. Okay. That's all for episode number 537 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Coming up next, the 34th edition of Tic-Tac-Toe, Martindale Monday, the first Martindale Monday of May 2023, as I do battle against that rotten dragon to see if I can win in a 20-round battle against him. So that's all the time I have on this show. See you guys on the next episode. Until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.